Mark Bazza and...
This is Bazza.
And welcome to today's vlog. To kick off this vlog, we are going to give you an update on...
The garage.
The garage. Because guess what we got back?
Ta-da!
The living room.
Yay!
Yes, the last time you saw that living room, it was full of shelves and cans.
Garage, basically.
A garage, basically. And we've had quite a few friends round, well, a couple of friends round. Andy came round, Andy and Suzanne.
Yep.
And we also had Stacey. And we had to explain, please excuse the smell of the...
Well, we tried to put blinkers on them.
Yeah, the paintings and the old cans and everything. Yeah, so yeah, it's been quite a road. It's been 3 weeks, was it? We had it like this since you saw. It's only, you know, we've been to seen a couple of folks out. And they've been asking us how, you know, is it finished now? We're like, nope, still going on, still going on. So was it 3 weeks?
It was 3 weeks because they had a week in between where they didn't do anything.
Yeah. So if you saw that vlog, I put a link into it up here. What happened was they put the epoxy on the garage floor, and it didn't cure correctly.
No.
So it was all different finishes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Shiny and grainy and the cracks that they filled in. It all
reappeared.
Reappeared. So he came back, did Bobby, as you saw in the last vlog, and wasn't happy with it. And that was it took him like 3 days to do that originally, didn't it? Something like that. Because they had to kind of sand it and then fix the cracks, put the bottom bit down, put the flakes down, put the epoxy on. And then put a second level of epoxy on, but no, it didn't work. So what he said was leave it a week.
Till the weather warms up.
Yeah, because you saw in that vlog, was it a couple of weeks ago, the one where we had the cold weather. Yeah, it's not been a good January, has it?
No, it's been a cold, wet January.
Cold, wet January. So we had to leave it a week, and then they came back the second week, and they were here, what, for three?
Another 3 days.
Another 3 days,
Took them another 3 days to do it.
Yeah, firstly, they came in with like hand grinders, sanders.
I felt really sorry for them.
There was like 3 of them, and they were on the hands and knees.
Hands and knees. It took them a full day just to do. A full day because it's tough once it cures. Yeah.
That epoxy's hard. So they were here a full day sanding, weren't they?
Yeah.
Out there. And I think I forget him. Yeah, they were like, and some footage I'm putting up here when we saw that. And then they kind of left it. I think we were still parking the car in it, weren't we? At that point, we put the car in because even though it had cured, they were going to redo it. And then after that sanding, they came back the next day and they put down more base, filled the cracks in
again,
and put down more base chips and whatever they put underneath it to seal it. And then the third day we weren't here, were we? Because we were out with, I think, Ben and David. In one of the last vlogs you saw, we were out with Ben and David. That's when they were here at the house. Yeah,
that's when they were finishing
off. So we didn't actually see them when they finished it. And by the way, they did all this at their own cost. He had a word with the people as well who provided the epoxy and he got a different one. He got the fast curing one that cures quickly. But he still told us, we filmed that vlog with Ben and David on a Thursday, didn't we? And he told us not to walk on that floor for 48 hours. And so we didn't until last weekend, actually, until the Saturday evening, I think we went on.
You
when
went
we got
on
back.
it.
You just to walk around and check it was okay. But Sunday we did it. But let's show you what it looks like now that it's been finished. So as you can see, it's a lot better, isn't it? I mean, there's still imperfections in it, but you're not going to get...
It's not perfect.
Yeah.
But I don't think it ever will be because of the condition of the floor.
Because it was in such a bad condition when we first got when the floor had got to. But he said, what, you drop a bomb on this house and this floor...
Bulletproof.
Bulletproof, that's the word he used.
It says your house will blow away, but the garage floor will still be here.
We've got so many layers of epoxy, which is a glue and whatever on there, that this is going to be a solid base. So it's got a slight friction to it. And then it's got like a sheen to it as well, a shine on it. But it's supposed to, you've got to be careful if you spill anything on it, you've still got to wipe it off. But it's supposed to be pretty good. So that was last Saturday. And then we got our big pants on and did our to me to you.
Yeah.
And we moved everything back in again. So as you can see, we basically put the shelves back in, moved all the stuff around, the filing cabinet back in. We used that, all this stuff you see here, obviously, came back in from when we did it, including the shelving here. And all the stuff that Maxine's now selling on Facebook Marketplace, all the stuff we had on the dining table we showed you, that's all, some of it's gone already, hasn't it?
Yep.
This is all on here, so this is what you're now actually
getting rid of
the junk. And we have those monitors as well that are just over there.
Yeah.
to get rid of as well, and we'll clear some more space. Next thing we did, which is which again, we wait up, if you're doing these projects in the winter time, well, you want to do them in the winter time, don't you, for the temperatures?
You can't really do it in the summer.
One thing I did as well was replace this door seal around here. We've had this door seal probably since we did the front door a year ago.
I don't think you changed it. I think it's the original to the house.
No, it was, but we bought enough to do this.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So we said we weren't going to change it until they painted in here, because they got paint all over it. So we put this door seal in, because in Florida it's all about keeping the heat out. So this door's a little bit stiffer to actually do.
Still locks though.
It still locks. And then there's two more things. We haven't finished all the projects yet, but last weekend, was it Monday? We locked ourselves in this garage for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And we did the foam insulation for the door, and I'll just put a clip in here of me getting that foam insulation. Okay, we're here. So basically, if you do this pickup, curbside pickup, you go in one of these parking spots here. There's 6 of them. Many people park here and they're not doing pickup, but I'm the only one here today. Park up, go on the app, tell them you're here, and then they will bring the stuff out to the car. Other thing I'm going to do here is, I think if you've got any of these lithium batteries to recycle, I'm pretty sure Lowe's and these take them. You're not supposed to put them in the trash, because if they get compacted they can explode and burn. So I'm going to have a word with him when he comes out and sort of give him that to recycle, and then I'll fill the back up with the gravel and the foam for the doors, and we'll head on home. Okay, well, I underestimated the size of those things. Yeah, look at the size of those things for the doors, and there's the gravel. So yeah, it's a good job I folded both sets of seats down. I thought these would have gone widthways, but they're a lot longer than I thought for the garage door. So anyway, we're all good, we're all fit in. Here it is, I don't know if you can see up here, but we put all this this foam in here. This is the foam, and it's got a slight sheen to it, but all these we had to cut and put in. It took us a full day, didn't it, to put it in?
Yeah.
To put it in, because this is just a metal door, and as you see in the evening, the sun starts to come in, and this door is too hot. It's too hot to touch, isn't it?
Absolutely red hot.
Now these pieces of foam are kind of quite thick, as far as, you know, they are quarter of an inch thick, maybe half an inch, maybe an inch thick.
Maybe an inch thick.
Yeah, an inch thick. But the light, we looked at different materials to put on the inside of the door, and the thing is, you don't want too much weight, because then it throws the counterbalance of the door out and you have to get it rebalanced. And they were all promoting these ones that were stick-on.
Self-adhesive.
Self-adhesive, that's the word. And I didn't want that, because that door, temperatures go hot and cold. It's just going to drop off.
It's not going to work in Florida. It's self-adhesive.
So what we're looking at with these things here, that are really, these foam panels, what you're supposed to do is you cut a bit off the edge to pack in there, and then you're supposed just to be able to like flex them, aren't you?
Yeah.
You've got like grooves in them, so you can flex it. You can push the top bit in.
Not a lot.
And flex it to the bottom, but our garage door isn't like anybody else's garage door.
Our garage door is not standard, as usual.
And these big bars across, preventing us from doing that, because you can't get enough flex to bend the polystyrene to get it in both ends. You can't get an arc on it to put it in. So I suggested taking all these bars off, and what did you say?
I was saying, you're not taking the bars off.
Yeah.
Because it's going to cause a lot more problems.
Yeah, even though one of them's broken up there, as you can see, one of them is
we never
coming
noticed
off.
that before.
Those screws are off on this one here. But yeah, these are solid bars. So what we had to do is basically do extra cuts. We cut the panel to the right width, as it said.
Yeah.
And then to be able to get it into these things, this one's coming out a bit here, look.
Yeah.
To push that one back in again. Yeah, that one I need to slide that down a little bit. What we actually do was cut like a quarter of an inch off the bottom.
Which was really hard.
Poke it in that little bit there, and then just wedge it in the front and slide it back down again. So I need to slide that one back down again. I think the other ones are good. But I think we did a pretty good job, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. It was a bit time consuming. And
how long did it take us?
Oh, it took us we started in the afternoon, didn't we? And then we finished the next day.
No, we finished it all in one day, didn't we?
No.
We finished about 7:10 in the evening.
No, we didn't.
Did we give up after half of it? Yeah, we did. We did half of it. Then we
did half and then went back to it.
We had a cutting table we put on here, and we had squares and knives. This garage was just full of bits of polystyrene for a day. But we did a good job, and I think it'll make at least a 10-degree difference in here with temperature.
Yeah.
So just keep that heat out. And also soundproofing as well on it. So I think we did a darn good job there. Well done.
Well done, babe.
Well done, that one.
Yeah.
That one. Now, the last thing we have to do is a job we haven't completed yet, is this seal on the bottom of the door. There's a seal on here, and that's we know that's been bad for a while.
Yeah, it's had holes in it and everything, hasn't it? So you can see through it.
And you ordered a new replacement one.
Yeah.
And the idea with this thing, it has a channel that you can basically slide it in
It's supposed to be easy.
Slide it in, and then you need like a lubricant to put on there to make it slide in and out. But unfortunately, when we finally got the one from Amazon, it was the wrong
size.
It's something called a P slot, so it has a little P hook to go in it, and it's not big enough to go in there.
P bulb.
P bulb is it? Yeah, and I cut some of the old stuff off, and I think the right term is it had vulcanized, not Mr. Spock, but I think the rubber had gone hard. It didn't flex like that new stuff flexes.
Right.
The bottom of that door was just solid. So what I needed to do was kind of chop it up in little bits to take it out, and then we need to put this lubrication, the stuff I got from Amazon, the spray, on there to kind of slide it in, and we're just going to have to play around with it. We're heading off in a few days to the UK, so hopefully the new one arrives before we go. It's just a matter, do we tackle it? Do we tackle it before we go? And if it goes wrong, we're left with it. Not really sure about that yet, what we're going to do. But once that's done, I think we're done in here, aren't we?
I think, yeah.
Everything's back in, everything's tidied up, everything looks good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think final project on the house is done. So that was just a brief update on what we're going to, or what we've been up to for the last couple of weeks. In our spare time. Yeah. During the weekends, we haven't been out a lot, have we?
No, we've not been out much.
Working on this. Right, it's a few days later, isn't it?
It is.
And we sent that original strip back.
The weather strip.
And you were quite smart about that.
Yeah, because it was one of the only ones that had like a free returns.
On Amazon.
To pay for, on Amazon.
Yeah.
So, thought I'd test that one first.
Because the big one didn't have the free return, did it? The small
so you'd
one.
have to pay for it.
Yeah, so we just took that back locally and got free shipping. And then late last night, the new one arrived, which is here. Get up here. The new one arrived, the bigger one. No paintbrush in this one though.
Ah.
So you're supposed to get a paintbrush with it like the other one, but we didn't get one with this. So we'll have a look at this, and all I will say is the garage has turned into quite a problem.
Yeah, it's been a pain in the butt, really.
Will you hold that one? That's the old one. And this, let's see if I can get this out. This is the new one. And you hold them side by side and compare them.
Yeah. It's gone down to about a third of the size, hasn't it?
What? Yeah, but what do you think though, for the actual fit of that?
For the fit?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a squeeze.
Yeah. Yeah, and these were the only two sizes available.
Yeah.
If I try and hold this up here, I don't know if you want to hold the camera.
Let me just put that up.
Yeah, if I try and hold this up here to the thing that we've got.
I'm going to let me get it in. Can't see if I'm doing it right. Oh.
It's not going to go.
Yeah, but it's not in properly. I don't think I'm...
Yeah, I don't think...
I think it's going to go.
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
You think it is?
I think it is.
But the problem is that's a really tight fit. And to get that...
All the way along.
All the way along here, even with the lubrication, is going to be a real pain. I mean, it took me a good 15 minutes just to get this. This thing's been in 16 years.
Well, longer now.
And it took me a good 15 minutes just to get this little clip that you saw out. So I'm going to have to cut this every 6 or 8 inches and spray it and basically tugging it without pulling on the door. You can't pull on the door because it's on a, you know, it's on like, it's
Springs.
only held by for the motor up there. So, and the springs. So this is going to be a real pain, but I'm really worried now that this is not going to fit. So yeah, problems, more problems. I don't think we have another size we can go for, do we?
No, there's only them two.
So we're not going to do this before we go away because I think
it's going to be.
This is going to be
a project.
It's going to be a full day just to get that out, and then trying to get this thing in when you've got to do to me to you, and pull it. How wide's this garage door? We measured it. I can't remember now.
16 feet.
So how big?
16 feet.
It's more than 16, I think, isn't it?
No, it's 16.
Yeah, it's going to be a real problem.
I think the problem is as well that at some point in the past, before we got the house, somebody's whacked this door.
Yeah.
And it's not straight.
Yeah. We had to get the pliers on it and bring it out in the middle.
Yeah, and that's why that pole is off.
Yeah,
it's not screwed in. So it's going to be a project.
We can't send this back.
Well, you could send it back.
Yeah.
But
there weren't any of the sizes though, were there?
But there's no more sizes.
So I could get like a craft knife and kind of try and cut some of this off all the way down, and that's going to take like forever. What do you think? Tell us in the comments, because we're not about this. We're going to leave this a few weeks now, so by the time you see this, we want to actually put it in. Should we try and do that with a craft knife, or what do you think?
I think we'll just try first and see what happens.
Yeah, just really lube the thing up like crazy.
Yeah.
And see, because yeah.
Of course, you don't want to do it too much because then it might fall out.
Like this here, I don't know if you can see, it's actually been really dinged on here. I have to get some pliers on here and pull it out when we put that insulation in. And that's, as Max says, why this we think this thing is all bent and broken. That sometimes somebody's whacked this door, and yeah, it doesn't even come to this end, but this is. You couldn't put the small one in, you can't have it that small because it would just drop out.
It just fall out.
So that small one, I think we've got to go with, we've got to go with this, but I'm not really sure.
I really don't want to buy another garage door.
No, you don't want to be doing that. No, not at all. So the problem child continues. More problems with the garage.
Yeah.
We thought it would just be the last final quick thing to do, but obviously it's not going to be. So we're going to keep this. This thing is all.
It's rock hard anyway.
Vulcanized, like I said earlier on, I think is the term. And I don't know if that shrunk with the age of it, but that's a lot smaller diameter than that thing. You look at that.
I don't think it is. I think it's been there for that long.
And it's gone hard and
it's
compressed.
Yeah,
we'll find out. Right, so we're going to wrap up this vlog here. Please put your comments below. Let us know what you think. I don't think we have any option than just to try and lube this thing up and pull it in, and we'll come back on another day when we can clear a few days to do this, because I think once you get that out, I'm not sure if this garage door can even close, because you'll lose the thing at the bottom. You know, the buffer at the bottom with this thing, because this thing's supposed to squeeze up and stop it, give it friction. You're gonna have the metal hitting the floor. So I don't think we want to do that.
No.
But yeah, keep smiling. More problems. One more project to do.
Houses.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, and this brief, which turned into a bit longer update than we planned, of the garage. Please put your comments below. Let me know what you think. So we're going to wrap up here. If you enjoy what we do, please watch, subscribe, comment below, and we will see you later.
Bye.
Bye.